Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm doing another egg related video, boiled egg related video today. And so another basics video, and it's deviled eggs. So let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. All right, I have some hard boiled eggs. If you are not sure how to boil eggs, I have a video on that, so go find that. I'm just going to take it, lay it on its side, cut it in half. I'm going to just pop the yolk out and put the white over to the side. Sometimes they don't want to completely come clean with just one pop. So just scrape that out with your finger. It's fine. Just cut it in half. Again, just cut it in half. If you just press just a little bit on the back of where the yolk is, most of the time it'll just pop right on out. I'll show you next steps. All right, I've got all my yolks and whites separated. I'm going to go ahead and mash these yolks up just a little bit to get started. I'm just going to use the spoon that I'm going to use to mix them up. I do find that eggs that aren't really cold work better. If you can do this right after you boiled your eggs and gotten them peeled, the yolks mash much better. I stored mine in the refrigerator yesterday, so I pulled them out for about 45 minutes before I started making these, just so my yolks weren't quite so cold and they'll mash a little bit better. Now I'm going to add some mayonnaise, not as much as when I make egg salad. So let's just throw that in there. We want it to get creamy, but we don't want it super heavy on this. Now I don't add everything everybody else does. I don't do paprika. This is just a little regular yellow mustard, just a little bit, because I am using multiple mustards just like I did for my egg salad. Little spicy brown. And a little Dijon. I do not use black pepper in my deviled eggs. I only use white pepper. And again, just a little bit of salt, kind of like the egg salad that I made yesterday. I'm gonna mix this up and test and see whether it's the consistency I want for my eggs. I want a little bit creamier than that, so I'm going to add just a little bit more mayonnaise. And again, like I mentioned in my egg salad video, I'm not good at measuring stuff when I'm cooking. It's very much a feel for me. My grandmother, my southern grandmother, who taught me how to cook, didn't measure a whole lot of things. She was add a little bit of this, add a little bit of that, add a pinch of that type cook. So that right there feels about right to me. You can add relish or pickles or whatever you would like into yours as well. This is another one of those things. You just customize it to what works best for you. Now we're going to fill the eggs, and this is fairly simple. You could just do it with a spoon if you want. If you're not trying to make them fancy or super pretty or whatever, I'm going to use a piping bag. I'm not going to use a piping tip because these are for us to eat at home. And really I should just do this with just a spoon. But I'm going to use the piping bag because I'm trying to get used to using a piping bag, to be honest. Because I'm trying to learn how to decorate cupcakes. So the more practice I have with handling a piping bag, the better. Just gonna shove that down in there. Just fold your piping bag over a cup to get it in there. And like I said, I'm not going to use the tip, any of the piping tips. I'm just going to pull this off of here. I'm going to cut just a small little bit off the end of that. Shove it down just like I would with frosting. Twist it and start filling up my eggs. And again, doesn't have to be perfect. You can make them super fancy or if you want, or they can just, be a big old hot mess. They're going to taste good regardless. Again, add what you want to yours. A lot of people, add paprika to the top of theirs. I don't like paprika on mine. Yes, I can taste it, and I don't want it on there. I like paprika in some things, but not on my deviled eggs. So this is it. And that quickly, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 deviled eggs, or 5, depending on which way you count it. That's literally all there is to this. It's super simple. So go make you some deviled eggs, but get out of my kitchen because I don't need you in here.